realized how important electrons are and electron donors in mitochondrial function. Remember this, gentlemen, and I'm sure you know this, Bruno. Mitochondrial DNA, unlike nuclear DNA, have no built-in defense. There is no built-in defense. So when we're subject to oxidative stress, whether it comes from sugar or inflammation or EMF or insecticides, pesticides, toxins, heavy metals, oxidative stress comes from when you give the body what it needs. Let's say, and earthing is one of them. I call it vitamin G, the ground, okay?
Oh,
you give the body what it needs. Healthy water,
yes,
non-GMO food, organic food, targeted nutritional supplements, mind-body interactions like Qigong, you know, give the body what it needs. So you tone down the autonomic nervous system, you support heart rate variability. When you give the body what it needs, it's the wisdom of the body that takes over. And when you give the body what it needs, the intrinsic wisdom of the body takes over and the body heals. The body knows how to heal.
Right.
But as a heart specialist, knowing that the heart's electrical and knowing that the ground creates an electrical energy that we, you know, it's 7.83 hertz. It's a Schumann effect, basically. Right. So when we are on the ground, since our brain is electrical, our heart's electrical, and all our tissues and cells are electrical, it made perfect sense to me. So when I met Clint 12 years ago, he was like a salmon swimming upstream. I said, wait, Clint, this is like music to my ears. All you got to do is prove the research that grounding does this, this, and this, and this will be in mainstream medicine. So that's grounding brings something to the table as well, because now when we put our feet on the earth, we're endowed with electrons. They're going through our acupuncture points, specifically K1. Right. Basically, when we're barefoot on the ocean, for example, when we're walking on the sand, when we're walking on grass or concrete, the K1 point is now filtering everything through the other biomeridians in the body. So now we're soaking in electrons. It's like taking handfuls of antioxidants. So it's electroceutical therapy. Now we are taking in electrons through the body, and these electrons are available to generate ATP, which is the energy of life. And ATP now, since it repairs cells and rejuvenates cells, that's the secret sauce in aging. So, you know, I believe in a mitochondrial theory of aging. And basically, one of the ways of delaying aging or supporting the aging process, because, you know, it's not about living to 100. It's about preventing cataracts. It's about preventing heart disease. It's about, you know, not living with cancer, you know, or arthritis. In other words, it's trying to put out the fires of inflammation. When you can do that, then you've arrived at anti-aging medicine. And the heart of it, I believe, is mitochondrial function. Earthing or grounding is one of the most important ways of healing the body. Because it made sense to me. If grounding does what we think it does, in other words, when we put our feet on the earth, we know that the earth is struck by lightning thousands of times, particularly around the equator. The earth is endowed with electrons. We soak the electrons through our feet. It douses the inflammation, the fires of inflammation. It supports heart rate variability. It balances the autonomic nervous system. We know that.